Sand racing has arrived in the Plata Valley. Today, we're checking out brain-rattling horsepower and axle-snapping torque. This is Driven. How'd you guys get started in all this?
Well, I'll let Steve answer that right off. It was his idea.
No, he's gonna blame it on me.
Steve and Justin got tired of trailering the race cars long distances and thought, why not build a racetrack right at home?
When I told Justin I was building a sand drag car, he said, I'm not. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. You don't put race cars in the dirt. Wasn't a year later, he came to me and said, instead of hauling, why don't we build our own track right here?
And this is fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. You know? I don't know if I'll ever race a car again now that we're running a track. If you want to race, don't build a track. But
probably 40% sand that we've seeded in with the clay, which will keep it just a fluffy consistency. If you make the sand in with it, the granules will break up those chunks, and it just makes for a perfect, beautiful rooster tail pass.
This is an '86 Honda Hurricane. It's got a 600cc motor. It's running 60 shot of nitrous.
So what's the 600cc motor out of?
It's actually out of the Honda Hurricane. I mean, it started off as a crotch rocket. It's got an air shifter on it. It actually just kills the motor for just a split second and allows your clutch to disengage just for a split second, and it pushes the gear in manually.
Wow.
With no clutch.
Awesome.
We've got direct nitrous injection through the manifold. It's a 60 shot.
A nitrous shot is a slang term used in the racing world to denote an estimated increase in power while the nitrous is oxidizing the fuel. A 60 shot is adding 60 horses to the powertrain, but it's a fine line between going fast and total destruction. So does shooting nitrous really burn up your piston rings and cylinders? Or?
In all honesty, these pistons are from 1987.
Wow. The all-important question, how much did this build cost?
Probably around $8,500. But the best part is just pulling up to the line and waiting for the green light. When you let the clutch out, it might only be 4 seconds, but it seems like 30.
Been at it for close to 40 years now. Just something to do, spare time. 540 cubic inch big block Chevy with 1471 high heel Explorer.
Wow.
Supercharger running on the methanol.
So do you know how much horsepower or torque you're getting out of this?
Up here at this elevation, conservative, probably around 2,500.
Wow. 2,500 horsepower is incredible. Along with Harry's custom lightweight chassis, that's like putting a rocket on a wagon.
I build all this myself, frame everything, motor I put together myself. I just have a local painter paint it for me.
So how much did you spend on this build?
Just parts-wise, probably 30, 40 grand a year.
It's racing, you know. People, especially racers, have seen things go way bad.
You can get hurt doing this. Most of these guys, that's part of it, you know. I mean, you don't want to go out there wrapped in a bubble, you know. You want to be on the edge a little bit, you know.
And never have an accident. You can ride horses your whole life and never be crippled.
Unfortunately, Steve was bucked from a horse earlier this season, breaking his femur, so he won't be racing for at least another year.
Your worst day racing is better than your best day working. That's what we do.
Now that was a day of racing. I'm Gunnar Bergkamp, and this is Driven.